Hello, I hope you're well. It is technically day 6 of an intended 7-day fast. I feel a lot better today. Going into a little bit on the supposed stomach water retention from yesterday. What I found is that it was basically preparing to vomit. I had lots of green and yellow material, which apparently wasn't processing so well. So as much as I was dehydrated and taking in water, so I was coming down, of course, through the system. The stomach was also retaining water for, I guess, in order to have sufficient propulsion to propel some waste back up. Now, what kind of waste? I don't know. The color was green. I'm not sure. I doubt it was food related because it had been 5 days yesterday. There was some yellowish stuff. I guess it was the yellowish stuff with maybe some stomach acid, but it could also be some acidic digestion of mucus, as though I had a sinus infection, which was draining down my throat. And you might not feel that during the day, but maybe it's happening during the night while you're lying down. So that apparently, and this has happened before, but never with green, which is kind of frightening, but I feel fine now, and I feel, and yesterday I felt well enough to exit the apartment, go out. I had some errands to take care of, so I didn't get arrested looking like an insane man, so apparently everything was going well. But yeah, I've had after 3 days of fasting, sometimes I will throw up, and typically it's been yellow. Sometimes it's been bright yellow, and the bright, almost golden yellow I think it has to do with a severe sinus infection, and then it just drains into the stomach. And because you're not digesting, you can actually expel that toxic waste, which, I don't know, maybe it's otherwise staying in your system, and your immune system just isn't going into high gear to get rid of it. I don't really know. Maybe you get some medical diagnosis on that at some point. Just out of curiosity. I'm not going to do anything different, but yeah, that's one of the milestones, but also the hardship of fasting on the road to I'm not going to say optimal health, but greater health. And if you do this annually, supposedly it brings with it the element of cancer prevention. And yeah, so again, it's been at least twice when the yellowish vomit has occurred. After at least 3 days, it takes the body at least 3 days to expel it. And the funny thing is that sometimes you have to almost voluntarily throw up, put yourself in the position, kind of recognize it, like there's going to be a kind of a salty taste in your mouth, as though some snots. This is real talk. As though some snots or snots are stuck in your throat in an area, and they're thick. They're not moving near your mouth. So you have to think, something with something nasal or with the sinuses is going on. And so I found that if I put myself in a position, over the toilet to throw up, that it would actually happen. And then to encourage further vomit, I apparently don't vomit very easily. Maybe I have a lot of resistance to that. Like, I'd rather hold it in than feel the pain, but that's probably suboptimal. But anyway, I would just look at it and then get disgusted, and then I'd be able to throw up some more, and eventually it finished. And when I blew my nose afterward, there's also some really brownish, thick mucus coming out. So, but yeah, one has to be grateful for the pain and grateful for the fast, because that doesn't belong in my body. And who knows how long those underlying conditions have persisted and would inevitably lead to chronic disease. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next month or year, but definitely in the next decade or two if you don't address those conditions. And yeah, my concern with the shorter, merely 7-day fast is that there are more milestones or hardships to go through after day 7, maybe on day 11 or day 15, and so on. So it's something to consider. And yesterday I was kind of foggy because I had that. Now I realize I had that. I was about to throw up some, I don't know, some mucus or some greenish, mostly green. There's also some yellow waste. So I had this in my stomach. So obviously my mind is not in a good place. What was I going to say? But yeah, today I'm just going to try to work as normal remotely. I don't feel like walking into the office or anything. It should be fairly easy. You do kind of get exhausted at times, but well, everyone's eating lunch. You can just go take a nap if you can tolerate lying down. When I'm fasting, I prefer to rest, but with my head up, for those usual reasons. It's not just the blood pressure, which I don't really have an issue with, but I feel more pleasant in my head when I'm elevated. I can sit on the chase on the couch, and that's better than on the bed. But yeah, anyway, that's it. It's technically it's day 6. We're just gonna say it's day 6, and that's about it. So there are some hardships, trials, and difficulties that will tempt you to give up. But if you've done this before, it's not that really big of a deal. The main thing, again, not the hunger. It's just this annoying sensation of thirst in the mouth while you still have a little unpleasant water retention in the stomach. I think it also has its own project of expelling in the opposite direction some toxins or whatever or whatever it is. But I think in the scheme of things, this is also pretty softcore stuff. To someone who's done 40 days, not talking about 7 days, whatever. It's like that would be like me hearing about someone. Oh, you've tried intermittent? Yeah, I've tried intermittent fasting. So anyway, I wish you, whoever you are watching this, a great day, and think about what you can do for your greater health. Not just being healthy or not healthy, but it's an abundance, something of which you can have more and more. It's almost capitalist. Cheers.